Well, that's right. Here we are, May 2nd, 2020, and somehow we have fast forwarded from October 2019 to basically the end of April, 1st of May, and the Watts are back. Now, it appears to have started somewhere around April 17th, 2020. And that was when a YouTube true crime channel, Armchair Detective, he did a Patreon interview with one of the Watts family friends. They've identified her as Shannon. It's a nice interview. I didn't find it to be uncomfortable or opportunistic, I guess. But then on April the 25th, somewhere around April 25th, I believe it was April 25th, but it could have been like the 24th. But I believe it was April 25th, we got an interview on a YouTube channel called Lady Justice. And on this channel, Lady Justice, there is an interview, and it is with, apparently, Chris Watts' mother, Cindy Watts. Well, this is fairly interesting considering, I mean, we haven't heard from her, I think, since the original television interviews that were done when Chris was first arrested, correct? And if I'm wrong about that, I apologize, but I think that's right. So I was interested to hear what Mrs. Watts had to say and what this year had been like for her, and where was her family headed now into the future? Had they seen Chris, and how is he adapting? I was just curious, sort of, as an afterword, right? To sort of end the story, complete the story. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know. I should have known better and not watched it, but or listened to it, but I did. And I think I've now listened to it maybe 8, 9 times. I think that what stands out to me is that it is very much some of the same old stories, or maybe not the same exact stories, but it is the same conceptualization. It is told from the same point of view, and that point of view is that Shannon was wearisome and overbearing and unrealistic in her demands, and Chris was a wonderful, delightful, helpful, accommodating young man who has never done anything wrong. And so you kind of get that. It's that same old. I would say that it runs a parallel that is very similar to what we've already known about this family, or if you guys remember Mel and Kel, this group of people, this family and friend group, they simply did not like Shannon. It is very clear to hear.
Hello?
I can speak to Mark, please.
This is him.
Hi, Mark. My name is Matt Saylor. I'm an agent with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. How about yourself?
Doing good, thanks. Hey, the reason I'm calling is we're doing some follow-up on the Watts case, and
I just knew that Shannon and his mom, Cindy, were fighting again. because Cindy had called me and told me that they had started fighting again. And she said that, and this was coming from Cindy, that Cece had a food allergy to chocolate, and I guess Cece ate a whole bowl of Hershey Kisses, and Shannon came into the living room and was just yelling at Cindy and, telling her she's trying to kill her baby or something like that because of the food allergy. And Cindy had no idea, and she claimed she had no idea about it. And
she had it all over her mouth, and I was thinking, oh my God, I forgot. I did not put the Hershey Kisses up. And
they had this huge argument, and she ended up kicking Shannon out of the house, telling her, to leave.
So she would let her have some chocolate, but not all chocolate. Is that what you're saying?
no, I didn't think she could have any except a
Oh.
certain kind of chocolate. So that was the first weekend she was there. And we had a great time Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it wasn't, let me back up. The very first day that they came, Cece, she went straight to some chocolate that I had laid out that was from Christmas. I forgot. Her mouth, she unwrapped 12 Hershey Kisses in a matter of a minute. And her mouth was full of chocolate.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I thought, oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh my God, she's allergic to chocolate. And Shannon laughed. And I thought, oh my God, she's not allergic.
She said that, and this was coming from Cindy, that Cece had a food allergy to chocolate, and I guess Cece ate a whole bowl of Hershey Kisses, and Shannon came into the living room and was just yelling at Cindy and, telling her she's trying to kill her baby or something like that because of the food allergy. And Cindy had no idea, and she claimed she had no idea about it. And
so that was the first weekend she was there. And we had a great time Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it wasn't, let me back up. The very first day that they came, I showed Shannon and everyone to the room.
So up until that point, you had been told by your daughter-in-law that Cece was allergic to chocolate?
Yeah.
And she had you sending certain types of chocolate that were on her approved list or something?
Right. That's correct.
So she had to kind of control what chocolates you gave her?
Yeah.
Or what candies, I guess.
And that's why we sent special chocolate approved by Shannon for Easter.
She didn't grab an EpiPen and try to play drama. She didn't call 911. She didn't say, oh my goodness, she's allergic to chocolate. She stood there laughing.
No.
She just stood there laughing.
I said, oh my God. And then I saw Shannon laughing, and of course I knew then that she wasn't allergic.
That's just incredible. And I think that at that point then Shanann must not have realized that she just got caught in one of her lies.
No, she didn't.
She said that, and this was coming from Cindy, that Cece had a food allergy to chocolate, and I guess Cece ate a whole bowl of Hershey Kisses, and Shannon came into the living room and was just yelling at Cindy and, telling her she's trying to kill her baby or something like that because of the food allergy. And Cindy had no idea, and she claimed she had no idea about it. And they had this huge argument, and she ended up kicking Shannon out of the house, telling her, to leave. Never really exhibited anything that they were claiming, but there was always, after a while there was that uneasy feeling about her, like something has to be there if everyone's got such a problem with it.
Okay, but you never saw anything yourself?
But I never actually saw it.
Okay. Did Chris ever tell you about any of those things that he also saw in her that her family was talking about?
He did not.
Okay.